All right, boys, like I said, I quite like this question. If you didn't see the explanation video, that's fine. I'm going to explain what these drawings are on the page now. So to explain the situation, Jim won the lottery, and we're trying to find out how much money Jim won. So we're going to take this entire block here, and that's what we're trying to figure out, is how much did Jim win in this lottery over here. Okay, but to figure that out, we first need to figure out how much he had at the beginning. And to do that, we've got to work our way back and then work our way forward. So first, he got this winning, and he took, if we divide this winning into 3, okay, or another way to say that, into thirds, okay, these are each 1/3. This tells us he spent 2/3 on a very posh house. So I scratch those 2/3 out because that's how much he spent on a posh house. Then 1/3 was left over. From the money that was left over, that's what I drew this big block over here with. The money that was left over, he took 2/3 of it. So I divided it up into thirds again. Okay. He took 2/3, and 2/3 of it he spent on a luxury yacht. So that meant, let me draw my 3 properly. That meant we only have this much left. So that went down to there. Okay. That makes sense. And then he took another 2/3 of that money that was left over. So I've divided into 3. He took 2 of those and he spent it on a hot air balloon. And this last block over here, this is what he had left over. And he spent that on a flashy car. So we know that this block right here is equal to how much he paid for that car, which is 20,000. All right. And with that information, we just need to work backwards and get there. So if this block is 20,000, then each one of these blocks has to be 20,000. And if there are 3 20,000s, we say 20,000 times by 3 equals 60,000. Okay, so that's how much money we can see in this whole block over here. Okay, I'm gonna have to change colors because the blue is getting a bit confusing. Okay, so this block over here is worth 60,000 because we figured out what this one block over here was worth, and we times it by 3 because each block is worth the same amount of money. Okay, so now we know what one of these blocks means, which means we know what this block is. This block is worth 60,000. But if we know what this one block is, we can times it by 3 because there are 3 of those blocks here. Okay, so we take 60,000, 3, and we times it by 3. And that's going to tell us how much this entire block here is worth. So 60,000 times by 3, it's 180,000 Rand or dollars. Okay, so that is how much that one is worth. So let's change the color one more time. And let's make a bit of space for myself. Or actually, let's not, because we need to work here. So I'm going to stick with yellow. So now we know what this block over here is worth. Okay, let me draw around it. This block is worth 180,000. But this block is equal in size to this block here. And this block is one of 3 blocks. So we just need to figure out what 3 blocks would work out to be. So if this one's 180,000, this one's 180,000, this one's 180,000, we take 180,000 and we times it by 3. So 180,000 times by 3 is 540,000. Okay, so our answer is 540,000. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I know it looks a bit chaotic, but basically all we did was we found this small block over here, which helped us get these 3 blocks, which helped us get this bigger block here, which helped us get these 3 blocks, which helped us get this block here, which then helped us with these 3, okay? Your answer is 540,000. Give yourself a mark, 1 out of 1 on your page. All right, well done if you got it right. If you didn't, I'm happy you gave it a shot.